What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we'll be looking at Big Brother. Are you Team Kyle or Team Taylor? The live eviction tomorrow. Who's going home? Alyssa broke up with Kyle. Terrence does not side with Taylor. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
All right, y'all. So basically, it's Taylor versus Kyle. Turner was forced to put Kyle up because of the fact that Michael threw the Hail Mary. Michael was the one who was like, yeah, you know, Kyle has said these choice things and it just doesn't seem right. And I don't want to be a part of anything like that. So I feel like I don't think Michael ever said that Kyle is racist. He said that the things that he was saying there are questionable, and I don't want to be a part or tied to that, which I can respect. I feel like what Kyle should have done, instead of like, oh my God, this can ruin my life, this is da 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 da. I mean,
that quickly shifted to the most immense sorrow and pain I've ever felt, and like the weight of the world all of yesterday and the beginning of today, and then this morning it was just strictly fear.
Kyle, to be honest, for the past like what 4 or 5 weeks, even when Daniel was in the house, people would call you KKK Kyle. So I mean, this wasn't like, this was just the icing on the cake. Literally the straw that broke the camel's back. So I'm just feeling like what he should have done was just like, yeah, you know, I said this as a, you know, trying to explain the situation. Just, it was a thought that just popped in my head. I was just trying to get out. I could have got that, but just automatically going to the victim card, I just don't respect that, because I'm just like, I mean, you assume that all the black people or POC people in the house were working together, and with no evidence or grounds to speak on that, you just like, yeah, they're working together. And like Monty and Terrence said, like I did in my last video, they basically said, like, how can you sit here and say that we're working together when we've been on the motherfucking block every fucking week? Even though I feel like with Terrence has made some choice decisions that I don't really agree with. I feel like he can definitely turn this around and become a better player. The reason I bring this up is because a lot of people don't like the fact that Terrence has been basically shitting on Taylor this entire time. And I'm not necessarily going to fault him for that. My whole thing I don't like is Terrence basically talking negative about Taylor, and the fact that she's a horrible person, or she's a bitch, she's a hoe, talk about the Miss Michigan title, stuff like that, I don't respect. But him not wanting her in the house on a game level, that's fine. Like, at the end of the day, just because if you go against Taylor, it doesn't mean that you have to bow down to her, or, oh my God, they're going against Taylor, I don't like her. I don't mind that. If Taylor wins, she earned it. If she doesn't win, that she wasn't the player to win. Like, I don't mind that. I think the fact that I don't like is that Terrence always go to a more personal level. Like, yeah, I don't fucking like her. She's rude. She's negative. Like, there's no way that he can tell me a way that Taylor was negative. But on the other hand, if he said, like, you know, Taylor's not a part of my alliance and I feel like she should just go because it's just better for my game, then I would understand that on that aspect of Terrence. Then we get to Alyssa. Alyssa, all this information came out, and I feel like Alyssa does not want to be tied to it or basically being called a racist herself. So what she did was, look, well, you know, Kyle, we're just going to have to break up. And she ended, and
We didn't fun, and it's not over.
Yeah.
It's not a final. I'm still holding out hope.
You say it's
But
a
no,
pause.
it's not. No, there's no such thing as breaks.
I feel like that was kind of the best decision she could have made, to break up with him before he left the house, if that is his fate to leave. Her best game move is, I mean, we're at the damn near at the end of the show, right? But her best game move is to let Kyle leave this house and she actually start playing this game for herself. She has been playing this game for everybody else but herself. And I would like to actually see Alyssa as a house guest, a competitor, than Alyssa as the girl that's here picking daisies. Like, I really want to see, like, what kind of, if she's in power next weekend, she wins HOH, what would she do? Who would she target? Because out of everybody in the house, Alyssa is almost the only one that is really for me a wild card. I feel like Turner's a wild card in the sense that he's gonna do whatever the fuck he want to do. Cool, I don't mind that. I feel like Monty's a card because Monty is very strategic, and I didn't start seeing Monty as a really strategic player until I want to say the week before the house. I want to say Nicole or Daniel leaving. I think that was the whole blow up that Daniel tried to set up on Monty, and how Monty navigated that whole situation unscathed. I started looking at Monty like, okay, he knows what he's doing. But later on this week, we saw that Kyle has a heart to heart to Taylor, basically talk about, well, I would never try to be like racist or go against you guys in the house. Like, race doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna insert the clip. And my whole thing is for Taylor to just have to sit through it and just listen to this man complaining about me, I, instead of turning the lens over to think like, how do you think I feel?
You want to talk about whys? Like, it's no secret I came to this game to show that, from what I learned last year about the history of the game, like, black people don't do so well, they aren't treated so well. From what I know about my lived experience in the world, black women get the burden of almost everything, or are ostracized, bullied, not given the benefit of the doubt in the same way that our white counterparts are.
It's one of those things that is just weird because, like, if there was like another cookout in the house, then I wouldn't be mad. I'm like, hey, cool, it's a strategy. Like, nobody really wants a dominant alliance to just win all like this, that, and the third. But I was like, maybe I'm biased, Maybe I'm biased because I'm a black man and I wanted to see a black winner of the show. I feel like as an African American man that I am, we seen that black players get shitted on 24/8 in the Big Brother house. Down from Kimmy to David to Davon, Bailey, Swaggy. Like, there's so many different players. Candace, like, especially with Aaron and Gina Marie, goddamn. It's just like, for us to finally have that, like, we have a representation in the house of great Big Brother players that are POC, that's something that I really like to see. So when Joseph brought up that, I want more Middle Eastern representation, and then when Indy talks about the Brazilian representation, that's something that really hit me because it's like, I get it, But, I mean, I don't know where Kyle's head's at. I know he's over here frantic. He wanted to leave the house, but now it seems like he's going on an apology tour. And then, like I said, Alyssa and him broke up, but in the next scene, they're fucking still. I'm just like, Alyssa, I mean, you're gonna have to let it go sometime. Literally. But I mean, send him off with something good, I guess. But what do you guys think? The live eviction is tomorrow. I don't know who is going home at this point. It can really swing anyway, because Monty is the one that's going to decide. Monty is the deciding factor, literally, of who's going home. And if Monty wants to get rid of Taylor, I feel like that would be a detriment to his game, because everybody's trying to get rid of Michael next week if Michael doesn't win HOH, which they keep forgetting. So everybody's trying to get rid of Michael. But if Taylor or Brittany win HOH, Michael's not going up, period. But here's the thing with Monty, is just like, if you keep Kyle in the house, I feel that's just more, I don't know, because I feel like Taylor would throw up Monty too. So I don't know. It's up to Monty to see who's going home. Y'all, let me know down in the comments who you think is going home, because for me right now, it's really 50-50. A lot of people online want Kyle to go home, but I don't know if he's going home. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%, so I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.